Hello, this is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City. I want a special message to go out to first-time investors, or maybe you're not even a first-time investor. Maybe you've bought a couple and you're really starting to get serious about, getting to 5 or 10. The most important thing that we can do is create a plan. And that's going to take some time. I mean, I'd love you to just call me up and say, Joe, just sell me everything you got. But that just doesn't happen. And that's really not the way to go about it anyway. The point is decide on a plan of action that fits what your needs are. And there's a lot of factors that go into that. If you're a 28-year-old person buying your first investment home versus someone that's 55 years old, there's a lot of difference there. If you're somebody that has $100,000 in cash put back versus $500,000 in cash put back, that's a big factor. The percentage of what you put into real estate versus other investments is something that we take into consideration. What your ultimate goal is in terms of investment property is a strong consideration. For instance, I'm at a point right now, I'm at the Social Security age, where if I didn't want to work today, if I didn't want to, sell another home, I can pay my bills. I can live. I have that much passive income coming in. So my plan, which was accelerated especially in the last 10 to 15 years, was to really create much more investment properties for positive cash flow. Wasn't planning on cashing out in any particular way. And so what I wanted is that income constantly going in to give me choice. Now, if you're 55 years old and you're trying to get to where I am right now, probably we're going to talk about being a little bit more aggressive in terms of what you do, as versus somebody that's 28. You've got a lot of time to do that. We also don't want to stress you out. We want you to sleep at night. So if you have $100,000 to spend and that's all you've got, putting $100,000 out for investment property makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Put $50,000 into investment property in terms of your closing cost and down payment. Save that other $50,000, put it in your reserve fund, then let the cash flow start working for you, and then wait just a little bit more time until that cash flow builds up where you can reinvest it into another property. In other words, there's a lot of ways that we can look at this. There's a lot of ways we can decide of how many do you want in Oklahoma City, and maybe you want to go to another market in Texas or Florida or Georgia or wherever it happens to be. How does Oklahoma City fit in? The most important thing is I want to make sure that we're together in what your needs are and what your desires are. My job is to make sure you're doing the right thing and making sure that house cash flows, that it's a good price, that it's a good return on investment, that the risk factors are minimized. That's what I do in Oklahoma City. But that has to be part of a plan. So if you'll contact me, especially if you're a first-time investor, I want to spend that time with you. I want to spend that time to try to figure out how we can best set up that plan that makes you independently wealthy at some point in your life with a sense of security and, most importantly, a sense of choice. And that's what we're going to do together, develop a plan. This is Joe Pryor at virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.